I always say if you wait long enough, you'll get the true answers. Those of you that have seen airplanes and helicopters dropping stuff, here it is. This right here. Texas airdrops live virus containing edible rabies vaccines over cities from aircraft, leaving persons at risk for vaccine exposure and vaccine virus infected, CDC. So, Texas is currently dropping nearly 700,000 live virus rabies vaccine baits from planes across 19 border counties in Texas. These small fish-scented plastic packets that resemble ketchup pouches contain Ruborola VRG, a genetic engineered live vaccine virus closely related to the historical smallpox vaccine virus that actively replicates inside any animal that consumes it. This should alarm every Texan concerned about human health. The CDC directly states that these place people at risk for vaccine exposure and vaccine virus infection. Confirmed human infections have already occurred. Individuals who handled ruptured baits or removed from them from pets' mouths developed vaccine lesions and illness. These cases documented in medical literature and CDC reports are especially dangerous for the immune-compromised pregnant women, people with eczema or open skin conditions, and young children. The virus sheds for weeks after ingestion. Studies detected viral DNA in oral and rectum swabs with a documented resurgence of shedding between days 17 and 34, meaning infected animals can transmit the vaccine virus to other wildlife, potentially spreading it through saliva, feces, shared water, soil, and the broader environment. Exposure pathways are very real. Pets carrying baits home, children playing in yards or parks, hikers encountering residue, or anyone coming into direct contact with contaminated surfaces or animal waste. These massive drops occur with minimum public notice, no broad neighborhood alerts, no opt-out mechanism, no comprehensive community warnings. Baits are landing in backyards, trails, creeks, fields, and semi-rural areas where families live every day. The original guidance, if you encounter one, leave it alone, undisturbed for wildlife. If contact occurs, wash thoroughly with soap and water immediately. Seek medical attention promptly if any symptoms develop, especially high-risk individuals. Report to the hotline 1-877-722-6725. The program has helped suppress certain rabies strains, no denying that. But deliberately dispersing a live, replicating virus capable of infecting humans and continue to shed in the environment across vast populated adjacent regions without meaningful transparency or consent is profound public health concerns. What do you think? I will leave the links down in the comment area. So, a July 19, 2019 peer-reviewed study in vaccine confirms the Ruborola oral rabies vaccine is a genetically engineered chimeric Frankenstein human virus expressing a rabies gene. Sheds for weeks in multiple species, was not tested for live virus persistence, can potentially infect non-target animals and humans, and was studied by researchers financially tied to its sale. In September 2017, Veterinary Research publication confirms that humans have been infected with vaccine-derived vaccina following bait exposure. I will leave the link down to that. So, basically, they're now vaccinating animals from the sky. First it was humans, now it's your pets, next comes wildlife, and after that, what do you think is left? The medical system isn't about health, it's about creating lifelong customers, and vets are running the exact same playbook. One rabies vaccine is enough for a lifetime. Titers can prove immunity. So why are pets pushed repeat shots every year? Because it's profitable. Millions of animals die or suffer complications after vaccines, and now the USDA has approved airdropping rabies vaccines across multiple U.S. states, letting animals ingest them without consent. This is how it always starts. They test it on those who can't say no: children, animals, wildlife, under excuse of public safety. If they're already dropping vaccines from planes on animals, ask yourself, what's stopping them from doing the same on humans? This is no longer just about avoiding injections. It's about detoxing constantly and understanding how these systems actually operate. They are not here to protect your health. We have seen this over and over, and it's true. They are here to profit from sickness, yours, and now your pets. So, here is a clip towards that.
So I've talked a lot about how the vaccines for humans are toxic as hell, and the whole medical system is designed to keep you sick from birth to make you a lifelong customer until the day you die. So the next thing I'm going to start talking about is how your vet are doing the exact same damn thing. Stop getting your pets vaccinated. One vaccine for rabies is enough. You can get a titer test that shows that they have protection against rabies. It only takes one. So why do they make you get it every year or two? It's a money-making scam. Millions of animals die every year after they get their vaccines. It's the same poisonous shit as what they're trying to put into humans and have been for decades. Same thing with the animals. So I want you to watch this. They're now planning on and about to start airdropping vaccines through the air, just dropping them out of planes to let animals eat them. And if they're doing it with the wildlife right now, what do you think they're going to do next? They're going to start spraying, if they're not already, in these chemtrails, spraying the vaccines. I've said this before. It's no longer about avoiding the shots. It's about staying on a detox protocol to detox the spike protein out of you constantly. Find a detox and stay on it. Watch this video.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture is planning to airdrop rabies vaccines into 6 states over the course of the month, continuing a process that started in August this year in other states. They're going to be doing this in Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, and West Virginia. They're all going to be receiving these vaccines. Okay, so these are rabies vaccines. They are planning on airdropping them across these states, these little like edible satchels of food. But this is how it begins, right? I mean, this is how it begins, is that they are going to start with the animals. Just like they always start with the children who can't consent. They start with the animals and they say, well, we must, because there's a big rabies epidemic going on. I mean, this is what they will use when they decide to airdrop vaccines to the human population. They've already started to do this.
USDA approved them to drop vaccines out of planes on us. They're not here to watch out for you. They're not here to protect your health. They're not here for anything other than to profit off your sickness and misery. Just like the FDA, just like all these government agencies. None of them are set up to help you or benefit you. It's under the guise and umbrella of helping you. They want you to believe, but it's not, I promise you. And it all goes back to money.
Now that you have a thorough update about that, here's another thing. The Nipah virus in West Bengal. You know, this is no different than the bubonic plague. And those of you that have bats running around your house or coming into your home, better listen to this.
The Nipah virus circulates freely among bats, and they don't seem to die from it. But when human beings come into contact with bats, either directly or indirectly, the virus may accidentally jump into man. The virus can cause a severe form of brain infection or a pneumonia, both of which carry a very high fatality rate. The death rate from Nipah can range from 73% to 91%. 73% to 91%. 73% to 91%. The initial symptoms are fever, body ache, headache, but in people who develop brain infection after that, they may get seizures or epilepsy, confusion, paralysis, or coma. The symptoms are similar to other types of brain infection caused by other viruses. Sometimes the diagnosis of Nipah Nipah can be missed because it is not specifically tested for. The problem with Nipah is that it can also spread from patient to patient. So it's extremely important to identify the first patient who develops the infection. Unfortunately, in many cases, the first patient is either very ill or may have died by the time the diagnosis is ascertained, which means this person may have passed on this virus to other people. And these other people, if they develop symptoms like cough, vomiting, or seizures and get admitted to a hospital, sometimes people who treat this person, like nurses or doctors or other hospital staff, may also get infected. Other caregivers at the patient's home who tend to the patient's body fluids can also get infected. Therefore, it's extremely important, 1, to make an early diagnosis, 2, to isolate a patient, and 3, to treat the patient with standard precautions such as masks and gloves. Even more important is to track the contacts of these patients, because Nipah virus can jump from person to person and can cause a potentially fatal infection, which is why contact tracing is of great value in limiting the size of the outbreak. Fortunately, unlike COVID, Nipah does not have the ability to spread fast from person to person. Typically, it occurs through very close bodily contact or by handling the person's body fluids or exposure to the person's body fluids. Unfortunately, Nipah virus has no effective antiviral treatment or vaccine that are available. Therefore, the treatment measures are only supportive, and it is extremely important to limit the size of the outbreak, prevent the virus from spreading far and wide to many people. This is why contact tracing is so valuable. Nipah is one of several viruses that may accidentally jump from animals to man, and this category of disease is called as zoonosis. A common zoonosis that we are all familiar with is rabies. It commonly circulates in wild foxes that may come into contact with dogs while searching for food in the border areas of the jungle. And these viruses circulate in stray dogs, and they can also jump onto pet cats and pet dogs, especially if they are not vaccinated.
Bang, bang, bang. More life, family. Bliss up, abundance, and I don't know already. So what I tell you guys, council, was your boy right? Was your boy right? 2026 is going to be the year of the Jabberwocky, or it already is. As you can clearly see, this new Nipah virus, family, no cure. And it's coming from bats, once again, just like over in Wuhan. And it's spread through bodily fluids and close contact and all this, that, and the third. So once again, I am telling you, separate yourself. Do not integrate, separate. Get away from the Jabberwockies. Watch them fade out, and we inherit the earth. You have been warned. Let's go. Bang, bang. Yeah.
Yo, council, this goofy goober literally said the virus accidentally infects people. Like, whoops, my bad. Yeah, right. Anyway, family, y'all stay up and let's go.
Well, damn. A lot of shit going on, huh? All at the same time. But you need to stay vigilant. But it is true what he says. You all have been warned over and over and over and for years. And some of you still just want to ignore it. But that's on you. I'm not here to convince you, force you, or anything. My mission is just to put the knowledge out there. It's up to you to do what you want with it. But your choice in what you do from here on. So now you know how everything comes together for those unknowingly who will fall into this trap of harvesting of souls, both dormant and divine. Bottom line, stop being around people who contaminate themselves in ways that any person with half of the brain and intuition would not be doing. Take extra precautions in what you touch, plus wash your hands ASAP. If anything, whatever business or establishment like food industry or daycares you work in should have latex gloves on hand to use when handling things, people, and children. Hey, I'm just saying because, people are going to touch anything. Kids especially are like the pets. They're going to run around and be in everything. You don't know what they carry, but it's important for you to take care of yourself and be cautious, because if not, you'll bring it home to your family. Do your research and stay in the know, because the shift is speeding up and the signs are all there and hard to just ignore. Listen to your heart, soul, and intuition, not what you see on your screen or what everyone else is saying. Don't be the dumbass who stays stuck in that reality just by consenting. So don't fall into the system's traps. Stay vigilant, soul family. Peace out.